Open Your Eyes is brought to you by the Belize Bank. Our country, your bank.
Good morning and welcome to Open Your Eyes.
Sacha Manning, right?
I am John Palacio.
And I'm April Martinez. Good
and thank you for joining us this morning,
Yes.
Miss Lady.
Oh, no, John could fix doors?
Oh, we start our show with John to fix one door. But it's a beautiful morning out, April. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm feeling like $1 million. I can tell you that much. I got about $2.76. What? You know?
Well, shucks. I feel like $1 million to that. I'll be like you when I grow up.
You ever hear that somebody say, "Kapoti me 2 cents"? And when they did that, that 2 cents actually made you feel like it was about $56 and change.
Oh, that?
Just about. So that's the way that I feel this morning. We're in a beautiful country. It's looking great outside. The weather is beautiful, we could tell you that much. We'll be talking to the forecaster a little later on to let you know exactly what to expect throughout the weekend, because it is the weekend.
It is the weekend, and we always are excited to have fun Fridays with John.
Yeah, with April, we have fun Fridays.
No. You have to understand, right? That when I sit on set, it's a certain mood. I want to feel that at home. But when John comes past it, it's like a vibrant.
Oh my
God. It's like this vibrant persona that you have to. So he have enough energy for you, me, and Dupree, and everybody at home.
So I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take a look at some of the stories that made the news yesterday. Besides that, though, yesterday Belize played an international match, a football match.
Yes.
And they went up against the likes of the Dominican Republic yesterday afternoon at about 4. It was live right here on 5. And I mean, you had a few people out there. See, the thing about that though is that when it comes to FIFA set dates, you're not able to change those dates, and so people might have wanted the game be weekend.
Yeah.
But with FIFA and other countries, there are people out there who wait for that particular time. So I'm not sure about the fan base. I saw a little bit from my vantage point, watching the TV. I saw a little bit of fans to the east side of the bleachers.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we lost the game.
Yeah.
It was a 2-0 game, Belize versus Dominican Republic. Some years ago, we had blanked them 3-1. And
so they came back with a vengeance.
Yeah, they came back with a vengeance.
But you know, I was thinking about the fan base as well, and I kind of had to step back and realize that some of our younger folks that would go to a football game are either still in school or they're just coming out, you know, from that.
Exactly.
And everybody else is done, right? So we are still in that basis of everybody's working and everybody's going to school. So I'm pretty sure that as much as people wanted to be there, they couldn't.
Yeah.
But we still have to congratulate the boys for a job well done.
Of course.
I think they tried their hardest. They went out. They put their heart on the field.
Yeah.
You know, Dominican Republic was a really, really good competitor. And, you know, at the end of the day, they did what they had to do. And
they did what they had to do. Yesterday's match was actually one, and and I watched it very closely. We played a little laid back. We played too much from the back or in a defensive posture, and we tried to do our best with counter attacks, and it's normally the reciprocal way or the reverse way. When you're playing at home, you play with constant bashing over there. You're always on the attack. And when you're playing away, then you try to use the counter attack style. And then, of course, you try to defend as much as possible. But like you mentioned, we've got to say a big kudos to the guys. Their next match is going to be against, I think, a team that played Guatemala yesterday, French Guyana. Okay. That's who they're going to play next match. And we wish them all the very best with that as well. Belize, once there is an international match with any sporting activity, we're all ambassadors for it. and it's us against that particular team.
Yeah.
All right. So kudos to the guys. 2-0 loss, but nonetheless, we still support our Belize Jaguars.
Of course,
All right?
of course.
And, what's buzzing?
So
Tell
many
me.
things.
Like what?
I don't know where you want to start with politics, you want to start with bread, you want to start with happiness.
I'll tell you what. You know, there's so many things plaguing our country when it comes to that, and politics definitely is one of it. One of those things, it irks my soul when we put politics in everything. But I will not venture there.
Okay.
I'll venture into the fact that throughout the entire world, globally, there's inflation.
Yes.
Everything to go up. On Wednesday, we had a conversation with Dr. Williams, and he gave us, you know, there's some countries where inflation is going up somewhere around 200 and something percent.
Yeah.
You know how heavy that is.
Yeah.
Then right here within our country, we've got inflations going up as well. Like you mentioned, the bread situation, 16-ounce puck bread, a 16-ounce puck bread.
Yeah.
They are going. They're trying to level that price.
It's gonna be at a. It's not changed as yet, but you know, certain things like butane have gone up.
Butane.
Where your entire livelihood is a kitchen and a restaurant.
Yes, but the thing about that though is that, we can't. There might be ways of how we could try to get this down. Even the mighty USA is going through such thing. And the president of the USA yesterday, President Biden, gave a speech with respect to inflation and stuff like that. And there is only so much that a country can do. My thing though is that you continue to put the information in people's mind simply because you want the buy-in from the people. So meaning that people have to understand as to why. Yes, we continue to say war. Yes, we continue to say COVID and stuff like that. But let's dive down into the nitty-gritty. It's not anybody that will understand when you say, that's sake of COVID, but how sake of COVID? Or it's because of the war, but how sake of the war? The war are yonder, so why we want to get the prices down over this side? Look, all these things, there is a trickle-down effect for all of these things. When it comes to COVID, you know that the entire world had lockdown.
Yeah.
And so shipping costs just gone up like, what, 100, 200, 300%? So what you used to pay $5 for, I don't know, $15 with respect to shipping, and that will have an effect because they can't just, you know what, we're going to swallow that overhead.
Yeah.
You know, that's not the way the world works. And for that reason, I think we just need to continue, or GOB just need to continue to let the people understand that this is a buy-in from everybody, and everybody is going to feel the pinch.
I agree.
Just to say.
No, I agree. What I would want is a little heads up when those things happen.
Yes.
Right? Because
exactly the communication.
I want the heads up. I want the communication because, for example, we were told, I think a couple of weeks ago or last month, I can't really recall, that we would be told every step of the way when certain things would go up, when certain prices would eventually, you know, you have to prepare yourself. But there have been instances and cases where you see the price go up one day and we don't get no heads up. It just gone up. And it's not up by a couple of cents, it's up by dollars.
Yes.
And that doesn't give time for folks to prepare. And me and you always come on this couch and we talk about it and we say, if only my paycheck would have go up too, I could afford it. Right? But that's not how it works either.
And I'll give you another one of the commodities that just went up yesterday, fuel.
Yes, I know, because
if I'm not mistaken, it's super.
Yeah.
Or premium fuel went up, what, 90 something cents?
Yeah, and we were planning a trip this weekend, and a friend of mine said, hey, we have to get our boat tickets today. And I said, why? He said, because boat ticket to the 37, tomorrow and be 57, so you better buy it now.
And this is what, round trip or one way?
Round trip. But how is it that they haven't given the public any kind of notice? You just go in there one day and the price is going to skyrocket. That is what I don't like. And I believe that majority of the population would not appreciate that either, because how can you prepare? We're talking about preparedness for hurricane. You're talking about preparedness for life and insurance and health and all of these things.
Yeah.
And you have to budget out money.
Yeah.
And you can't go buy your groceries. Today groceries are 30, tomorrow and be 50. And you don't prepare yourself for that.
And that's the tough part though. That's the tough part, April, whereby a lot of people are actually feeling that pinch. But I'll tell you what, not to go up. People mentality in terms of going out to party, I mean, that remain the same, because everybody's still out there. Priorities,
John.
oh my goodness, that's still out there. People are still doing what they have to do and stuff. But I'm totally, in line with you in terms of, hey, we know that next week we're going to get a shipment of fuel, and the prices are looking like this. So please brace yourself for it. but it is a situation whereby we're not able to do anything, or this is what we're able to do, and that's what we're doing, not after the fact or a little closer. Let me know exactly what's going to happen. You know, some ways out so we know exactly how to prepare ourselves. Exactly what you said.
I listen to the economists and how they speak, and I get the idea of inflation. I understand it. What I don't understand is how they expect people to live.
Yeah.
That is my biggest question. Okay, sure, everything is going up. The cost of living is going to skyrocket, but how can I live?
Yeah.
How? And that is where there is no real balance.
Yeah.
Right, everything to go up, but I can't afford it. So how am I going to do?
And that's the situation right there. But we got to stick a pin there to move on. But you know, all of these things is what we break down in our 6 o'clock news report. You could always catch us live right here on 5 on our social media networks, also on YouTube, to eventually watch the newscast in the evening, Monday to Friday at 6 p.m. And let's continue to motivate you then. Let's give you some motivation for the moment. We don't reel up. I mean, you know, you're pretty to reel up. And so we're going to give you some motivation for the morning. We've got the eye opener taken from dailyom.com. And it goes like this. And you know, I read this over a few times, and I'm sure you want to listen to this. I want for you to listen to it and pay keen attention to it. April, check this out. Some motivation for the morning. It says here, while riding the wave of life, you must also practice stillness so you can flow with rather than resist the wave's motion. April, check this out. Our lives are continually in motion, buoyed by the wave that is the universe's flow. As the wave rises and falls, we are carried forward through life's high and low points. The universe's flow may take us to a place in life where we would rather not be. As tempting as it can be to fight the direction and size of this wave that propels us, riding the wave is intended to make life easier. When you ride the wave, your life can evolve naturally and with minimal effort. Riding the wave, however, is not a passive experience. It is an active process that requires you to be active, centered, and awake. You must also practice stillness so you can flow with rather than resist the wave's motion. Because life is dynamic and always changing, it is when we try to make the wave stand still or resist its direction that we are likely to get pulled under by its weight. If you try to move against the wave, you may feel as if you are trapped by it and have no control over your destiny. When you reach a low point while riding the wave and find your feet touching bottom, remember to stay standing so that you can leap forward along with the wave the next time it rises. Trying to resist life's flow is a losing proposition and costly because you waste energy. April, when you ride the wave, you are carried by it and your head can stay above water as you go wherever it takes you. It can be difficult to trust the universe and let go of the urge to fight life's flow, and you may find it easier to ride the wave if you can stay calm and relaxed. Riding the wave will always take you where you need to go. Man, that with a lot
I
of sauce.
always wonder how these eye openers are chosen. I don't know how they're chosen, but this one that you, the one thing that I really like, because you and I, we talk about it, and one of the things that John always says is, you just have to go with the flow. Life is going to take you in all sorts of, why I wanted to try fight things. And that is what I gathered, right? You have to
go with the flow. But April, I'll tell you what. The reason why I always say that is because I'm always trying to surround myself with people of wisdom. They teach us. And one of the things they always teach you is to be a buoy in the water. You go along with the flow. Look, anything will happen. That's just the way life is. But because you were taught by those of wisdom, you'll know what to do. Sometimes you need to feel for yourself. That's how life is as well. And that same information you will find trickling down to those who look at you for wisdom. So why not learn a thing or two, and go along with the wave? Sometimes It's just what we need to do.
I agree.
That's how I feel.
That's how I take
feel.
it. I know that's
I
how,
swear.
I know that's how you feel, and I know you
I
live
swear.
by that motto.
Go with the flow.
I am trying to get there. I'm listening to John's wisdom.
It's that time of the morning. We move on. So we're going with the wave in terms of finding what the weather is going to be like. Huh?
Yeah.
So that's what we've got coming up next for you. And of course, we know that there are a lot of things that will be happening in the weekend. And we'll be telling you about that a little later on in the show. There's a lot to talk about. But shortly, we'll be joining the chief at the Met Service to let you know what to expect. But riding the wave is a very important process. And sometimes once you feel the bottom, you go along with it. You're able to stand and keep your head above the water. Because when you do so, you'll be able to breathe a sigh of relief.
I like that.
I love it too.
I want to take that from you.
You need
I'll
to.
post it
You
today.
see, when it comes to the eye opener, one of the things that I always do, especially if I find myself in a hard place, because even though you might have that type of mentality, sometimes you will find yourself in a hard place. But it's what you've thought or how you deal with a hard
It's your
place.
attitude that
It's
changes.
your attitude
Yeah.
towards the hard place.
I like that.
I always tell people when they say, you know what, things bad, or this happened and that was bad. I try not to see it for that and not get miserable about it. What I try to do is what did I learn about that experience?
Yeah.
Because it's going to come around. And when it does, you'll know exactly what to do.
Yeah.
And that's the way that I look at life, rather than to be miserable about the fact that, not the Dalai Lama, one of the guys say, if you could do something about it, then why you worry?
Yeah.
But if you can't do nothing about it, then
Why you
why
worry?
you worry?
Yeah.
You know, so all these things come to mind when I hear the eye opener. But going with the flow is a very important lesson. You ever tell yourself no? Like one of the things. Okay, here we go. We've got the forecaster on the line. The chief is on the line. Chief, morning.
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 And how are you today, sir?
I'm doing good, sir. Thank you. How are you
Man,
all doing?
that energy song
That's
like
not the Friday energy. That's not our Friday energy.
for true. But it's always nice to have you on, Chief.
Yes.
Tell you what, we know that the weekend is going to be filled with a lot of stuff. There are a lot of graduations and families might be gathering and whatnot.
yes.
So let's find out what the weather is going to be like. Let's start with the general situation. What should we expect?
Okay, conditions continue somewhat moist today. Relatively moist and unstable conditions prevail, but it will get drier tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Graduation dress and pants will dry tomorrow. There we go. So what about the 24-hour forecast? What should we expect?
Okay, for today we can expect sunny skies with cloudy spells, along with a few showers and thunderstorms to develop mainly inland this afternoon, inland and in the north, that is. And then tonight, skies cloudy at times with a few showers or thunderstorms, mainly offshore and over southern coastal areas. Elsewhere, showers will be isolated.
So the winds?
Winds from the west at 10 to 20 knots and seas choppy.
All right.
And we still have that small craft caution for today.
Okay, so that's the advisory, watches, and warnings there. Let's talk about the temperatures, though. It's going to be cool, right?
No, actually. Today it's going to be warm with temperatures ranging from 90 Fahrenheit along the coast to 92 inland, but only 84 up in the mountains.
So it's going to be cool later on tonight.
Right. Tonight, 76 along the coast, 72 inland, 66 up in the mountains.
All right, and let's talk about the extended forecast. What should we expect throughout the weekend?
All right. For Saturday, mostly fair with chance of isolated showers or isolated thunderstorms. Sunday, similar weather, and even Monday. So mainly fair weekend, chance of isolated showers or isolated thunderstorms. So if it rains, not much.
Okay.
And the warnings?
Yeah, the warnings.
Right. So we have the small craft caution for gusty winds and locally rough seas near thunderstorms. And then we maintain the flood watch for today, especially for the south, because they got quite a bit of rain last night. And so some of the rivers might be high or might be rising.
I tell you what, the time of the year, south when you hear rain, a big crab fest here. I swear. But Chief, we want to thank you so much for joining us this morning, sir.
You're welcome.
Yes, enjoy your weekend.
All right, same to you.
All right, there we go. Now you know exactly what to expect Saturday and Saturday night, mainly fair with only isolated showers. That's some
right.
good news. All right.
It is.
Moving on, let's remind you of what it's going to be like this morning in terms of our conversation. April, you ready for our Fun Friday?
I'm ready for our Fun Friday.
I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to kick up a storm this morning with Grace, the taste that moves you. I'll tell you what, San Marcos burrito.
What?
Yes.
You have a burrito this morning?
You don't have to wait until you get to the Chogrong. You could get that right here, right now. You could
No,
actually make it.
you never just pulled that.
Yes, you don't have to go to the Chogrong for that one.
Oh my God.
That's the first segment, Grace segment.
Moving into the second segment,
Yeah.
we're going to be having fun with the Belize Zoo. The Belize Zoo is going to be celebrating the life and legacy of its founder, Sharon Matola.
Yeah.
And we're going to be talking about that and a little bit more about what activities they have planned and so forth. I love going to the zoo. I don't know about you, but that is one of the better trails that we have in our country when it comes to nature walks and just interacting with animals.
The only
So I
zoo in the
can't wait.
world whereby all these animals are from right here in this country.
And they're in their natural habitat.
surrounding, natural habitat. The third segment is going to be Made in Belize Expo. We're looking forward to that as well. The Belize Chamber of Commerce and Industry, they'll be striking that one up. Made in Belize, that's the third segment.
All right, and then of course, wrapping things up with our last segment, we're going to be talking to the national basketball team of U16. They're going to be sharing the latest on the U16 national basketball team.
All right, so that's what we've got lined up for you this morning. It's going to be a great one, a fun Friday. We could tell you that much. We're going to take the break, and when we come back, of course, we're going to be diving into some San Marcos burritos. We don't have to wait to the Chogrong. We're going to do that right here on the show this morning.
I
Stay with us.
apologize on behalf of John.
We'll be back. We'll take the break. We'll be right back.
It's almost lunchtime and Alice is getting hungry and forgot to bring cash. She remembers that eCash now has a geolocation feature in which she can easily view the eCash merchants near her, especially restaurants. Her co-workers also ask her to order food for them.
Chicken chow mein, please, and a Coke.
The merchant sends her the payment link. She taps confirm, and within a few minutes, her food is delivered. Alice then views her transaction history and taps on the transaction recently made. Then taps the split the bill button where she selects the unevenly option and moves the bar to the desired amount per person. The request is then sent to her friends. Her colleagues accept the request and are ready to enjoy their meals. Geolocation and splitting the bill via eCash make Alice's life a whole lot easier.
Technology is ubiquitous, and it's transforming how, when, and where we work. Fulltech Systems is placing award-winning devices in the hands of information workers, allowing them to work without compromise in a world without wires, to innovate, create, and to maximize productivity anytime, anywhere, satisfying the needs of the desk-centric remote and field worker and every other worker in between. We are providing the industry's best devices to businesses going through the process of digital transformation. Partner with us today to provide the solutions that will allow your employees to work effectively and efficiently to enhance your customers' experience. Fulltech Systems, your technology center, where you'll come for the price, but stay for the service.
Download the SmartStream app on the Android Play Store and create your account to get access to movies and stream at home or on the go. Prepaid customers can purchase regular data packages or get a discounted rate on a special SmartStream package by dialing 7737. Postpaid customers will be billed monthly. Never miss a movie again with SmartStream.
Are you looking for low-cost television advertising? Have we got a deal for you? Advertise on Channel 5's Daily Classifieds. Channel 5's Daily Classifieds is one of the most effective methods for introducing yourself and your business to the community. Use our Daily Classifieds to recruit employees, promote specials, promote your products or services, promote a business opportunity, increase traffic to your website, and advertise items you have for sale. Let us help you to save valuable time and money. Call us today at 280-0013 or visit us at our offices on Coney Drive to discuss how we can help your business grow affordably. Channel 5 Daily Classifieds. Advertise today.
Been drinking all night, feeling so high. Better not drive, won't even try.
Been drinking all night, feeling so high. Better not drive, ain't gon' try. Been drinking all night, feeling so high. Better not drive, ain't gon' try. If you're drinking and driving, I'm not going with ya. If you're drinking and driving, I'm not going with ya. People die every day, I'm not going with ya. I'ma find my own way, I'm not going with ya. It's okay, I'll wait. Even good people make mistakes. I don't wanna realize when it's too late. Drinking and driving is never safe. If you're drinking and driving, I'm not going with ya. If you're drinking and driving, I'm not going with ya. Been drinking all night, feeling so high. Better not drive, ain't gon' try. Been drinking all night, feeling so high. Better not drive, ain't gon' try.
Okay, students, let's focus now.
Teacher, yes, teacher.
Can anyone tell me what sustainable development means? Ganze?
Huh?
Anybody?
Teacher. Last night my dad was talking about sustainable development and he said something about people and nature and something else. Oh, and money.
That's good. But did you ask your dad what sustainable development really means?
Yes, teacher, but he said I was too young to know what that is. Is it something bad?
No, Balisha, it's not bad. It's delicious. Well, at least it looks delicious on the TV.
Can I get some? No, Waldo. You're thinking about edible arrangements. That's what you saw, edible arrangements.
Don't laugh, class. Some people get confused with sustainable development. But when we balance the three things Padisha said, we achieve sustainable development.
What do you mean by balance, teacher?
It is when people use only the resources they need from the forest, rivers, and sea and leave some resources to grow back again.
But teacher, why do people cut down the nice trees that give us shade and kill the poor animals?
Because people need wood to build houses, food to cook, and water to drink.
But teacher, we have enough trees to get wood and enough plants and animals to get food. Good enough that we can sell them and make money.
That may be so, Waldo. We need money to live. But if we use up all the resources, then there will be none left for our friends and families to see later. Do you think that's fair?
No, teacher. That's being greedy. My mom always tells me to use what I need now and save for rainy days.
Exactly.
Teacher, if we take care of Belize's precious resources and practice sustainable development, we and our children can enjoy all of Belize. That's what I learned from the Department of the Environment when they came to present at our school.
Oh, that's excellent, Waldo.
All right, and we are back.
Just like that,
Yes.
we are back, and we're about to strike up with the taste that moves you. San Marcos burrito. That's what we're gonna do. This guy is Tyler, and that lovely young lady over there is Chelsea, and this one is Miss. No. So guys, welcome. When we're about to cook up a storm inside this kitchen. Once we're here, we know for a fact that the ingredients are going to be delicioso. That's right. So what are we going to do this morning, guys?
Alright.
So morning guys, you're ready to cook with us. We're going to make Grace Luncheon Meat San Marcos Burrito.
Whoa.
So basically this includes
What
our
we need.
lovely ingredients, which is the pork and chicken luncheon meat.
Yes.
Our San Marcos salsa to salsa things up. And our beans, which you can get in the red or black beans, whichever you prefer.
The red one is with chipotle.
We have the regular, and then we have with the chipotle.
Okay, so that's the red one,
So we
right?
have three different.
We got three different?
Yeah, three SKUs.
So we're going to use the pork and chicken luncheon meat, and we're going to start to fry that with our vegetables, which we use onion, sweet pepper, and cilantro.
Cilantro. All right. So first things first, we're putting in any oil?
Yes, we're in the frying pan that says hot and warm already.
Yeah.
Okay, done.
That's the way it is right now. That's the way it is right now.
All right.
Man, look on that. And of course, that comes with a lot of flavor. I can tell you that much.
So, what we need for those, chop up the...
So now you're going to open your pork and chicken and chop it up into dice cubes.
Okay.
You need it for sizzle anything before you put the meat in?
Anything?
No, we're just going to make it the pan heat up to get that nice flavor and nice heat to it. And we're just going to chop up some and dash it right in there.
Man, and everybody, you know, the thing was that she may be nervous. This girl, she the bubble. She the bubble for real.
All right.
Man.
So now that we have some heat in the pan. We're just gonna take a full of this delectable meat and put it right in the frying pan. You hear that sizzle?
Yeah, you know when somebody do it in the ducal. You hear what you say? The word was delectable. I love it. All right, so we're putting in this delectable chicken and pork luncheon meat.
And now we're gonna put in some of our onion for flavor.
Okay.
Some, not all.
No,
Yeah.
some of us is for the beans. We're gonna put in our sliced sweet pepper and some of our cilantro.
Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle.
And we're just gonna make that sizzle and get all the flavor in.
Man. So this is easy. You make sure you got your tortillas, you got your beans, you got your pork and chicken luncheon meat, your diced onions, your sweet pepper, and I noticed some cheese in at the side too.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can have your own preference of cheese.
Because
today we're using mozzarella, but you can use Dutch cheese, happy Dutch cheese, whatever you're.
And now over this side, we're gonna start to prepare our beans at the same
Prepare
time.
our beans, man. I'll stand up over this side of April.
Yes,
with
sir.
Miss- I mean with April.
Regrets, John. Regrets.
Yes.
That's the flavor coming in.
Yeah, that's the flavor indeed. But that's the fight though.
That's the fight.
Yeah. They fight the beans. Yeah. Check that out. Check that out. You know, I'll go back over there when it's cooked. I mean, the quarrel, I swear. But it's very easy, the ingredients for this one. Everything is but nearly pre-done, like pre-cooked stuff.
Yeah, you just have to warm it add some.
I'm not afraid to take that one because that one is nice. Rate this up.
Yeah, do put in here.
Rate that. This one nice, man. That one day. What are we adding?
Just so like if the beans is too thick, you can just add a little water to get it softer. It's just a little trick.
Okay.
So now we're gonna add our onions.
Okay. So easy as that.
And the thing is, the best thing about this recipe is that you can make it fast as you.
The quick thing, yeah,
It can
yeah.
be for breakfast, lunch, and just to get the family in the kitchen.
Yeah. And you know, if, especially you got some friends over and whatnot.
Yeah.
You know, you got something easy and fast they could eat. All right, so cilantro too.
And we can't forget to season our beans with our her seasonings. We're gonna use complete seasoning and the black pepper.
All right. Yeah, I go on next fight up at
This one, yeah?
Yes.
That's how you know it's done, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to turn that off.
It's just the flavor coming out and popping out.
Chelsea, sir.
Oh yeah, well she like cookies.
She's a professional.
Yeah.
All right, so Tyler, while we're getting this movie, you have any
Yeah, what's the specials going on? Because there's always something in the weekend, especially on the weekend. Talk to me.
Yeah, right now we have a lot of consumer promotions happening in the stores. We have at Publix, which is our main store that we like to do promotions with. We have at San Marcos, as usual. We have buy one get one free with the beans. We have Grace chicken sausage. You get buy 4, you get 1 free. We have promotion on Turbo because we sell Turbo as well. You buy 2, you get 1 free.
Okay.
Our Malheur 908 tubs. You buy 1, you get a free container. And we also have for the kids we have Devon biscuits. You buy 1 Devon biscuit, you get a Charles chocolate free with it.
Okay.
So with that, and then on the social media side, we have our campaigns. We have a campaign right now which is perfect for the hurricane season that has just started.
Okay.
It's named Stock Up for the Weather.
Stock up for the weather.
Stock Up for the Weather, yes. That's very easy to get in. You get a chance to win. The main prize is a getaway for 2.
Okay.
A weekend getaway for 2. All you have to do is very easy, it's very simple. It's just purchase any 3 Grace canned products. It has to be canned products.
Any 3 canned product from Grace.
From Grace, yes. And when you get your receipt to proof of entry, you just have to go on the Grace Kennedy Facebook page. And in the comment section, just post your picture.
That's it.
With the receipt. And
with the receipt and the 3 product.
Yeah.
And you could be a part of it.
And you got a chance to win.
Getaway for 2.
Yeah, that's the main product. And we have 4 other consolation prizes with gift certificates and other prizes like that.
So we're just giving back to our customers and showing how we appreciate them.
All right.
And now back to the flavor. We're finished with our meat and our beans is almost done.
Yeah.
So we're going ahead with April to prep our San Marcos.
So we have here Tyler's Round the World tortilla.
Yeah. That's from my friend Thanks Faith, by the way.
You know what?
I like how he make sure he dashes.
Yeah. You got the people in it too.
No, actually, it's not the look, but how it tastes, all right?
Yeah, well, I know for the first time I know it tastes good.
All right.
We're gonna put our beans that is hot and ready to go on these homemade tortilla. And nothing is better than your homemade
To
tortilla.
God, right?
Can you know you can appreciate the love and everything that goes in them.
Yeah, look at that.
And you just put that as a spread, as the base.
Yep.
And then we go to the center, which is the meat that has all the flavor and your veggies in them.
Oh, gosh. One of the tease me. I swear. Look on that.
And you can see all the popping noise that you were running away from, all
the
it's going
flavor,
on in
yeah.
the plate now.
We run back to it. And sprinkle some cheese.
Yes.
Queso.
Who's up?
Queso.
Okay,
Cheese.
so
Okay. Cheese.
it's mozzarella cheese, and you can use any type of cheese you want, and the heat from both the beans and the luncheon meat will automatically melt it.
Oh my goodness. Check that out. San Marcos burrito.
And lastly, for our salsa,
Oh, you
which
put
is
some
also
salsa
from
too?
South
Yeah,
Marcos,
we'll
yes.
start it off with some salsa.
Just a tad.
So this has all like the vegetables, the little heat in it and everything, and it's just to add some sauce to it basically.
Oh my god.
That's our version of ketchup for people like
Yeah.
ketchup. Yeah,
No.
And then the last thing to do is roll all the flavor inside.
Yeah.
Oi.
Bam, see that? And heat that.
And lastly, just garnish with a little cilantro.
And I know John like it garnish.
No, Chelsea, you know Chelsea? You're kind of
Yes, sir.
smiling, yeah.
It's nervous, but you know how to garnish.
She know how to garnish.
She know.
And lastly, just the little
white too.
sides of the salsa to brighten up the plate.
John, she garnish better than you.
So God. We need to go on garnish competition.
And there you
And now
have
you
it.
have your fiesta on the plate. Grace luncheon meat San Marcos burrito.
Nice,
Right.
nice.
I like it. All the
love
ingredients
it.
properly prepped already. We know about nothing we want about seeing the liquid. But it's a very easy prep. Once again, run us down the ingredients.
So basically all you do is get your tortilla, homemade tortilla. The ingredients from Grace is the Grace pork and luncheon meat. We also have the pork by itself, the chicken
by
and the
itself.
bacon luncheon meat. And we use the San Marcos salsa and the San Marcos beans, which you can get chipotle or the regular, which comes in red and black.
Okay, there we go. And again, the promotions are hot. Talk to us about it.
Yeah, we have the big social media promotion with the stack up for the weather. Once again, it's easy to enter. You just have to buy any 3 Grace canned products. And in the comment section on our Facebook page, just post your picture with the Grace, the 3 products.
And
you
the
get that-
receipt.
And the receipt.
Yes.
And you get a chance to win easy as that. With the grand prize being a weekend getaway for 2.
Wow. And we are going.
We can't tell you yet.
Yeah, disclose that.
But trust it's somewhere nice though.
Alright.
When Grace always have to deal with something big when we do things big.
I know how you guys say that. I bet you tell me we can get away for 2 right there in the neighborhood.
No. Oh my
I'm only kidding. But this was a great one, and it's always a good time, of course, when you're inside this kitchen because it's a taste that moves you. All right.
Yep.
So thank you guys for joining us this morning, man.
No
Tyler
problem.
and Chels.
And thank you for moving with us with our Grace, and you can eat it at home.
Oh, of course we can eat that. We can eat that on the street too. You ever walk and eat? Oh, that's how it won't happen. So we're going to take the break, and when we come back, of course, the fun continues. We've got for you celebrating the legacy of Sharon Matola. We've got some folks coming in to talk to us all about Sharon and what's going on at the Belize Zoo. We'll take the break, and we will be
right back.
That's the way it is.
Benny's is kicking off Father's Day with popping deals for dad. In the month of June, visit a Benny's near you and get store-wide discounts on selected items such as Milwaukee and Axie Power Tools, Charbroil Barbecue Grills, car care products, Karcher pressure washers, and much, much more. Make dad happy with popping deals for dad in June, only at Benny's.
Celebrating 75 years of quality and savings.
A mobile service provider that allows you to stay connected with fast, reliable LTE coverage anytime, anywhere. Whether it's just to catch up with family, to share that experience with your one special friend, or to manage your small business. Whatever's your thing, you deserve to have the best mobile experience. Now you can do even more while on the go with the increased anytime data allowance in Digi's mobile postpaid plans. You now enjoy 8 gigs of anytime data starting at only $55 monthly. Or share up to 120 gigs of anytime data with up to 6 of your closest friends. That's more LTE data for you to enjoy during the day, nights, and weekends. No restrictions. So keep your gigs up with more data plus unlimited talk and text in all Digi postpaid plans. Visit a Digi store near you to sign up today. All you need is a valid ID and proof of address. It's time to get on Belize's fastest mobile 4G LTE advanced network. Visit livedigi.com to find out more, or hit us up on WhatsApp or Facebook. Digi, our national telecom.
Hey, Dad.
Hi, Brian. Please stop running around the house.
Right now, Dad.
Damn it, Brian! I told you stop it! Can't you hear me? Are you deaf? Or you just being Time out. Your life is stressful, and it is easy to lose your patience. When you feel this is about to happen, take a time out. Harsh words are verbal violence and can be very harmful. They are not forgotten. Offering alternatives and communicating with your child is the best way to build real respect. I'm sorry, Brian. That just had a rough day at work. Can you do something quiet?
Do you want a job?
That's more like it.
Wow. Oh my God, she drunk. No hurry, I got this. My goodness. Oh my gosh, it's the Alice.
Being the hardest. The hardest. But you had way more than 2 drinks tonight, love, which is a legal limit to drive. What about you? Can you drive?
Well, I was drinking soft drink all night, so I can drive her home. Thanks, Bree. Of course, Tricia. You know I got you. You're my girl.
That's what I like to see. friends, don't let friends drive drunk. Cause you can't replay in a real life. Stig says so. Can't replay in a real life.
The CONCACAF Nations League 2022 is ready to kick off. On Thursday, June 2nd at 4 p.m., your Belize Jaguars will host the Dominican Republic at the FFB Stadium in Belmopan. And after going on the road to play Guatemala on June 5th, they will be back on home turf on Thursday, June 9th as they take on the French Guyana national team at the FFB Stadium at 4 p.m. Catch all the action live from Belmopan on Channel 5 and on our News 5 Facebook page, June 2nd and June 9th, starting at 4 p.m. Let's support and cheer for our national team, the Belize Jaguars, as they get the ball rolling for this year's CONCACAF Nations League Tournament.
And we're back. We are back, and welcome. We had a great time inside
yes,
that kitchen.
Nice.
I'll tell you what, flavor that or that the taste that moves you.
The taste that moves you.
Yeah.
Then the flavor with a beat no more.
I mean, like that one too.
I know that they always have
like
good. They always have good logos.
But that was great. Very, very easy recipes that you could follow right there at home. You've got your friends. You've got your family coming on over. Then what you could do is that you could just make that right there. Everything basically nearly done. You just have to finish it, huh?
Yeah, everything nice.
But one of the things that we wanted to talk about today as well is the fact that we've got a legend who had passed on, but had made things for us great within our country with respect to our animals, our zoo animals, and animals that are native to Belize, and that's none other than Sharon Matola. When, I met Sharon a few times, the late, great Sharon. I met her a few times.
Yeah.
Very, very cordial individual, lovely spirit.
Mm-hmm.
You feel so great being around her, especially with her knowledge of the animals that we've got in our country.
I think one of the better parts about her life and legacy was the fact that she created this space for not just the animals in Belize, but serve and rescue, right? Most of the animals at the Belize Zoo are rescued. And that is how she started with her tapir.
Yeah.
April.
Yeah.
Shut up, John. Right, so she that is how she began. She wanted a safe haven for her animals so that she can be able to protect her and nurse her back to health. And that's what she's been doing with all of the other animals that came to the zoo after her. And, I remember her saying that she wishes that she could take all of the animals that people would call and say, hey, we have some, and they don't have that space. So she, when she acquired funding to create this space for all of these animals, and one of the things that she said was they have to feel at home.
And, all these animals native to our country, so much so, thus the Belize Zoo. But a lot of the times we go there during the daytime to try and see these animals. Most of the times they're probably taking a nap, it's too hot, but then they come out at night. And so what we did is that we took a night tour of the Belize Zoo, something that we think you should do as well. As a matter of fact, let's bring that to you right now. This is what it looks like on a night tour at the Belize Zoo.
Have you experienced wildlife at nighttime? Perhaps you've seen it on Discovery Channel. But the Belize Zoo wants to give you an up-close and personal experience of nocturnal wildlife at twilight.
Okay, this is what he...
Oh, wow.
This is the kinkajou or night walker. Some people also call him the honey bear of Belize.
This is a work of passion, and anybody who work at the zoo, they really love what they do, and I think that is one of the contributing factors so far to our success at the Belize Zoo. The people that work here really into the animals.
Here at the zoo we have seven tapirs, and this is how a full-grown tapir will look. And the tapir is our national animal as well. The local name is mountain cow, or in Spanish, el danto.
The Belize Zoo is home to over 200 animals. Celso Pot, who has taken over as director following the death of zoo founder Sharon Matola, shared with us the challenges of inheriting leadership under difficult circumstances.
The transition has been very challenging. Sharon was a very good fundraiser. The transition happened at a time when we were in one of the, I would say, equivalent to a big disaster. Right. You know, the pandemic has hit us very hard. Financially, our main source of revenue is through gate receipts, sales in the gift shop, sales in the cafeteria, and also group stays over the Tropical Education Center. Pre-pandemic, the staffing were like 58. At the peak of the pandemic, we went down to less than 30 employees. Today, we're back up to 38 employees, and all the employees are on a shift basis, reduced days. But we keep on working and doing what we're supposed to do for the well-being of the animals at the Belize Zoo and Tropical Education Center.
That's his picture, but there is the real bird. Hi, Hoodwink. Hi, Hoodie.
The pandemic has meant going into survival mode for the institution that houses and protects Belize's wildlife treasures.
I remember one of Ms. Sharon's words. She said, it's sacrifice time for everybody. Well, we the zookeepers, we love what we do. So we do it with a passion. It's not just to come and here is your food, have a good day. No, we have to observe, we have to train. It's like our friends, because we spend every day here with the animals. Yeah. So, and they rely on us. And it's a job, yes, because we get paid for it, but it's more than that for us. Next, we're gonna look for the puma. She is, beautiful. This is an average size female Belizean puma in there.
Celso Pot says it was the loyalty of Belizean visitors, most of whom grew up visiting the zoo, that has saved it.
What most people don't know is that we have the Tropical Education Center where you can actually come and spend a night with us and then tour the zoo at night. And so most of the people doing night tour were tourists or school groups we host at the Tropical Education Center. But during the pandemic, we started offering it to Belizeans. And so we had a lot of Belizean families coming to the zoo to experience the zoo at night.
We saw the puma, and in here we have the little margay. Look at that one.
Look there.
Right there.
So for 2021, we had just over 25,000 Belizeans coming to the zoo to visit. We had over 17,000 adults and over 17,000 kids, Belizean kids, coming to the zoo. All their visitation contributed to the operation of the zoo, so that also helped us in feeding the animals, keeping the lights on, and paying the staff.
So this is the ocelot. The ocelot, and here he is.
Definitely.
This is a male.
Ready to give a show.
8-year-old ocelot. His name is Rayburn, and we got him from a farm, Rayburn Ridge Farm, 8 years ago.
You're petting him. I thought he was angry.
No, this is how they greet. This is
really?
This is how they greet each other. If he was mad, he would be jumping on the fence.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna put some meat on the fence and he's gonna jump for it.
Okay, all right.
You ready? Okay, this is what he...
Oh, wow.
Indy, the tapir. Hi, Indy. Here we go. So let me show you. Just put it in his mouth, like this. And while he eats the carrots, you can always give him a quick pet on his head so you feel how thick his skin is.
I got it. Oh, you give me a real short.
They're all short. Just put it in his mouth.
Okay.
Don't be afraid. Put it in his mouth, then you pet him on the head. I have more.
As you can probably tell, my shaky attempt to pet Indy was quickly reassured with the realization that She was just a friendly tapir that loved carrots as much as I do.
And this is the American saltwater crocodile. And his name is Brutus.
And he's very big.
He's huge. He's like 13 feet long.
Yep,
and he's still growing.
And we really appreciated this jaguar that rolls over on command.
Check this out. Roll over. Can you roll over? Roll over, Lindo. Look at that. They're very smart.
Oh man!
Good boy.
So cool.
People who hunt baby monkeys to sell them for pets, they shoot the mother and they steal the baby. And then somebody comes along and buys the baby. So that's not a very good thing to do, is it? No, it's not.
That's Sharon Matola, more than 30 years ago. She's the founding director of the Belize Zoo, a feat she single-handedly accomplished way back in the 80s. She first came to Belize to work on a film project as a caretaker for the animals. And when that was over, the animals had no one to care for them. And so Matola stepped in, and her work blossomed into the best little zoo in the world. And ever since then, she has championed a movement of conservation and preservation of Belize's natural heritage. And she did it right up to her untimely passing. Her best friend, Lou Nicolette, fondly recalls how much that meant to Matola.
I think it was her whole life. Even friends were incidental. Conservation was more important than, the animals, conservation, education. I mean, education and little people, little students, young people were very important to Sharon. She understood very well that you can only ensure a conservation ethic if you have education for youngsters.
And Matola's idea of a zoo was different. She didn't want animals to be unhappy and locked up. All her animals at the zoo are rehabilitated animals that wouldn't be able to survive in the wild if released. She curated the zoo in such a way that the animals are still in their natural habitat. She created many books telling stories of the raptors, tapirs, and other species, building awareness and love for animals in her Belizean children. Matola was always known for throwing the best birthday parties like April the Tapir Bash every year. It was a highlight for students, or when she hosted dignitaries like Princess Anne back in 2001. And while the Belize Zoo and Tropical Education Center remain her single largest contribution to the country and people of Belize, her impact and her legacy are immeasurable.
Sharon was a trailblazer. She was persistent, she was smart, she had a certain charisma that was so captivating. And obviously, I think her contribution is that she brought animals into the homes and into the classrooms of Belizeans. Sharon brought these stories to life.
The wildlife of Belize, and being able to actually see up close and personal these animals, it touches our heart. What she has done for us. As a matter of fact, now to talk more about the life of Sharon Matola and the fact that we'll be celebrating some days, when I tell you a little bit later what we'll talk about. We've got none other than Sel Saput, who is the director of the Belize Zoo and the Tropical Education Center, and my buddy as well, Jamal Andrin Bon, the Conservation Program Manager. Guys, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
And welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Who wants to sing the song this morning?
He inherited the song,
yeah, you're on it, tune up and tune in. Yes. But good morning once again, guys, and welcome. It's so nice to have you in. We've been talking about it this morning, the life of Sharon Matola and what she's done for our country, what she's done for the wildlife of our country as well. Let's continue to expand on that.
It's not just wildlife, John. There's a direct relationship with wildlife health and human health. So we're addressing human issues, social issues through wildlife. But we're here to talk this morning a little bit about the impact Sharon has had on the conservation, on wildlife conservation in Belize, And what the Belize Zoo and Tropical Education Center is doing to honor that, to celebrate that as we move forward, because the zoo is moving forward.
Yeah, yeah. So we know actually for the fact that Belizeans patronize as much as possible, and it's a vice versa role, because without the Belize Zoo, like, you don't feel that wholesomeness of what your country has got to offer. So let's jump on into of course we go to Jamal with respect to continuous information on the Belize Zoo and the life of Sharon.
Thanks, John. And I'd like that you highlight the value or the appreciation that Belizeans have for the zoo. We always, especially now that we're kind of slowly starting to get back together after the pandemic, but one thing we always like to note is that traditionally, and this again is a testament to the impact that Sharon has had, traditionally a lot of our support has come internationally at the zoo. We've had a lot of local support. Visitation has always been half-half, but for our campaigns and big fundraisers and so on, we've had significant international support. That was completely upended and put on its head during the pandemic, where we stayed alive, and our mantra of feed the animals, pay the staff, keep the lights on, that was achieved in a large portion due to Belizean support. So if ever there was a wonder if people appreciate the zoo, they know, we meaningful to the Belizean public, the answer has been definitely shown and proven tenfold that it's a yes. It's a resounding yes.
Wow.
So that kind of gives us, it makes you feel good. It makes you feel like we are doing something meaningful beyond just the wildlife that we care for, and our view of the zoo, that it is appreciated externally from the people that aren't necessarily there on a daily basis.
I want to talk about celebrating the legacy of Sharon, right? She was no stranger to the public when it comes to conservation and animal rescue. So can we talk about Sharon Matola Day and the activities that the Belize Zoo will have to offer?
Right. So in honoring Sharon, what we're doing is we're trying to take people back to when the zoo started. So when the zoo started, Belizeans enter for free. And but what they used to do is they used to bring fresh produce. So fresh veggies, fresh fruits, fresh meat, eggs, local eggs. And that used to help with getting the animals fed and keep the zoo going, because the history of the zoo is that they were doing a natural history documentary on the wildlife of Belize.
Sweet.
Right? And when that project finished, Sharon was left to care for these animals with limited resources. And that's how she started the zoo, basically. And so limited resources means she had to really defend to feed the animals. And from then, Belizeans used to support. So we want to take Belizeans back to that time, and today actually would have been Sharon's birthday, June 3rd.
Today?
Right.
Today.
So what we're doing is the Saturday closest
to her birthday,
is going to be Sharon Matola Day at the Belize Zoo, and Belizeans will enter for free.
What?
Right.
Gratis.
Gratis. But we're encouraging them in honoring Sharon's legacy is bring away at least something fresh. We don't want leftovers. Because we animal eat good. They eat the best.
We know. I remember when you all used to celebrate April's birthday, and her cake used to be like topper and layered and stuffed.
Right.
So when you say bring something, what are we talking about? So Belizeans will be able to go free into the zoo, starting tomorrow being Saturday. Today is Sharon's birthday. Tomorrow Belizeans get that free entry, but bring something.
Yeah, we're encouraging you to bring fresh fruit, fresh veggies. If you have fresh eggs, because eggs are a big part of the animal and diet, and I mean some fresh meat as well. Nothing big, just something small, to keep that spirit. No fried chicken.
No, I have to go kill a chicken.
No, you could bring the chicken live, because it's a part of their diet as well. I mean, They need the feather, they need the toes, they need all of those parts.
I like the toes too, yeah, chicken toe, get it, brother. Sorry. I tell anybody, and watch me funny, but I had to eat.
Between you and the jaguar.
He and the jaguar fight for the toe.
But so, being that it's her birthday, we got to understand that it's every Saturday in the month of June. Tell us about how that came on.
It's not every Saturday, it's the first Saturday.
So every year moving forward. So every year will be Sharmatola Day starting on the Saturday.
Okay, the first Saturday, as of this year, starting this year, the first Saturday in June, every year after, is going to be Sharon Matola Day.
And just to note, the donations we're talking about are it's not mandatory. We're just encouraging it. This will come in free, consider Belizeans, but we're just encouraging those that can
bring
a little something.
It's just to keep the spirit.
Correct. And apart from that, so tomorrow, the whole team will be on deck. So all the managers, the staff will be out doing meet and greets. We'll be doing animal experiences, and we'll also have. We're trying to again make it something where we're giving back to the public. So Sharon wrote a series of children's books throughout her career at the zoo in the 40 years that she headed the zoo. The earliest ones being The Adventures of Hoodwink the Owl, which a lot of us grew up reading in school, right?
Yeah.
So we still have many of those in our collection, and so every family visiting tomorrow, there's 3 actually in the series. So every family will receive copies of the Hoodwink the Owl books to take home with them. So that's just another little memento, another little piece of her legacy that people can take home.
This is truly a giving back, you know, especially that it's from Sharon's heart that she wrote those books.
Correct. And she wrote them, and this again, it's the many layers of her legacy, but Sharon wrote this in a direct response to the lack and the gap she saw in information about Belizean animals. Like, you know, back then you could walk into a classroom and kids could tell you about elephant and giraffe and kangaroo because those were the encyclopedias or the textbooks that were likely available at that time. But there's little to no literature available to children and teachers and by extension their families on Belizean wildlife. So Sharon wrote they are stories, they're told from Hoodwink's perspective, but she incorporated natural history, facts that help debunk myths and superstitions about wildlife to make them more engaging to Belizeans and to help foster that appreciation.
Let's talk about, you know, we're still in a pandemic, yes, and there are a lot of people now who are actually moving and going across, you know, trying to pledge support as much as possible. What is it like right now at the Belize Zoo? Are you getting the support that you needed?
We are slowly bouncing back with international visitors because actually international visitors are the one who really pay the bills, right? The zoo is for Belizean. Belizean pay a small contribution to go in. But between 2020 and 2021, we had more than 50,000 Belizeans going to the zoo.
Between 2020 and 2021?
Right.
More than 50,000?
More than
This
50,000.
was the height of the pandemic at this time?
Well, during the pandemic.
Okay.
Right? So the zoo have more than a mile of pathways. It's open.
That's true.
And so it was one of the places that Belizeans would
Wanted
go.
to, yeah.
Right? And I mean...
And it's open, so you felt, you know...
I don't know about you, but I am one of them people.
I took a trip there. I took a trip there during that time.
And it would be just to walk the trails. You know, I mean, you've seen the animals. Sometimes they don't come out. But the trails were one of the inspiring things that international tourists like about our zoo, right? Because you don't see animals in cages per se, right? They're in their natural habitat. When it comes to the education portion, because you were talking about Hoodwink, are you slowly starting to transition back into letting schools in to the zoo?
Guess what? This month was probably one of the greatest feelings for us to see Belizean kids running in the zoo.
Wow.
Yes. You know, this week alone we had about 5 different schools visiting.
Okay.
And it was great because both of us started in education. We started out working with school kids at the zoo. That is how we actually ended up at the zoo. And so to see kids back in the zoo, seeing the animals, having fun, running about with them paper, taking notes. It's a great feeling.
Oh man,
yeah.
And no matter how much, no matter how many maps they give me that zoo, I will always get lost.
To God, I always. But I just see this alligator, this crocodile, I just see the one. But and so you know, while Belizeans are going in, you did give some numbers within that particular time. We had some closures of borders and whatnot. What is it like right now with tourists?
It's picking up. Apart from the zoo, we have the Zoo Lodge, the Tropical Education Center, and we host field schools over there. So those schools from university groups, even high schoolers coming to Belize to learn tropical ecology, marine biology, they're slowly coming back. So we're seeing those groups staying. So that also helped because they stay at the zoo, they stay at the Tropical Education Center for a couple nights. And so it brings in revenue.
It brings some revenue.
Yeah, but we're also seeing just general international visitors to Belize going to the zoo as well.
And while you're seeing a trickling, a trickling in of the tourists, what would you like to see constant, or what are things that you'd like to see remain with the zoo? The trickling in constantly, like because these people are actually just coming now. All right, what would you like to see on a constant basis?
Well,
there?
we're still in survival mode, John. I mean, we ran a very high overdraft during the pandemic, right? Prior to the pandemic, we were operating with 58 staff members, all Belizeans. At the peak of the pandemic, we went down to 32. Right now, we're back up to 42. So if we're using that as a gauge, because, I mean, more visitors mean more work, means more income, more expense. So if we could get back to 58, 60, that would be great, where we could get back our employees. I mean, most of us are still on part-time, part salary as well. But working at the zoo, it's a job of passion.
It's about the love.
Right? It's not about pay. It's about seeing that the well-being of the animals is taken care of. And so it's great just seeing people coming to the zoo and appreciate the animal and the work we're doing.
How do you deal with people that would call the zoo and say, hey, we have an animal that needs rescuing, and do you have that space? Because one of the reasons why I took the trip to the zoo in the first place during the pandemic was, how are you feeding your animals? I was really worried that they weren't gonna get food. So
like Jamal said, the Belizeans didn't allow that to happen. We had farmers who would pass the zoo, left bag of carrots, bag of cabbage at the gate. When we reach the morning, it's there. We have people who donated ducks, cow, whole cow.
Or they would call and say, my yard full of mango, no can get as much as you could care, just come
for the
and
animals.
pick up. So the in-kind thing we're doing tomorrow, that has been in place basically during the pandemic. That's how we stayed alive.
We had some like the resorts, they would pay for chicken, the quality, and we just go pick it up.
Pick up.
Tour guides.
Yes.
We can't forget those guys, especially Chris
Sanchez, Biggs, Harris. There was a few of them, like a coalition of Belize City tour guides that
they just
really
made it their business, and they lobbied businesses in Belize. And every week we had to make a tongue trip, come pick up donation.
That's beautiful, man.
It is.
We're still doing it, actually. We're still doing it. Some of the meat shops in Belize City are donating on a weekly basis. So we're still running on that. And so, like I said, it would be nice if we could get everybody back to the zoo, 58, 60 staff members working, and everybody back on full pay.
We feel yourselves. So today being Sharon's birthday, tomorrow is going to be a big celebration in terms of Belizeans going into the zoo and asking, hey, drop on eat something, if it's some carrots or some veggies, some fruits and stuff like that. And then, for Belize, opening hours, closing hours at the zoo, let's talk about that before we wrap up. It's that time.
Before we wrap up, I want to talk about something else we're doing. So we're also introducing Sharon Matola Scholarship. So we're targeting young Belizean female who are studying biology, environmental science, natural resources, management, and there's also now a vet tech program at Galen University.
Sweet, yes.
So any one of those four, we're still working out the details, working out the kinks with that, but it will be an annual thing as well. So that's, again, to honor Sharon.
And this would be what, tertiary, secondary, tertiary?
We're looking more at the tertiary level.
Okay.
Yeah. As I said, we're working out the details, but hopefully we can get that before the next academic year.
All right.
Wonderful.
Excellent. This is great.
Love that.
This is great news, and Belizeans to jump aboard in terms of getting, there's nothing like educating our people.
Right.
We're doing that through the zoo. That's
And
beautiful.
That was, as I said, the foundation of the zoo was to educate Belizeans, to bring them close to their animals, to learn their animals, to appreciate them so that we can protect them. Right? I mean, you can't protect what you don't know. You can't appreciate
true.
what you don't know, what you haven't experienced. And
There
so
you go.
that is the role of the zoo, basically.
Opening hours, closing hours again?
8:30 to 5, Monday to Saturday, and 8:30 to 4 on Sundays.
All right.
Any other activities for tomorrow?
Yeah, we have a collection of Sharon Matola t-shirts.
Okay.
So we'll have those available, and so the proceeds from that will help us, like with the scholarship fund and other projects we have in the pipeline.
All
So
right.
that will be available tomorrow at the zoo, and they're going for $50. They're collectibles.
Oh,
so
definitely.
Only the zoo will have them.
So we can't get it nowhere else.
Nowhere else.
All right.
Only
so
at the zoo.
Only at the zoo.
All right. We want to thank you
Sharon
guys
Matola
for
Day.
we want to thank you guys for coming in. Today is Sharon's birthday, and we're so glad that we could actually celebrate it. But I want to do it together. We're gonna give her the last
Happy
two
birthday.
words. Are you ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1. To you.
They never do them punk you.
I know they punk me. That's how you go. But guys, thank you once again for coming. Every Saturday, every first Saturday in the month of June,
Yeah.
starting this Saturday, and every year afterwards, it's going to be Sharon Matola Day, whereby Belizeans enter free. But bring at least something, man. Some veggies, some fruits, some meat, if that's possible.
I mean, you don't have to just go on Sharon Matola Day. You could go to
You
Belize
could go
Zoo
any other
every
time.
day.
Open every day.
It's
Right,
such
it's
a
beautiful.
beautiful place. Yes.
All right, thank you guys once again. Celso and
Thank you,
Jamal,
too.
it's always
Thank
great
you,
to
thank
have
you,
you in.
John.
So we're going to take the break.
Yes.
But I'll tell you what we're going to do.
Tell me.
When we come back, Made in Belize, Expo, BCCI, we've got lots to share with you. It's Open Your Eyes. It's a fun Friday. We'll be right back.
Hello eCash user, the eCash app is now available in Spanish. Changing the language in your eCash app from English to Spanish is quick and easy. Let me walk you through the steps. First, open your eCash app. Enter your PIN. Tap the More icon at the bottom of your screen. Choose Security. Select Language. Tap on Spanish. Then re-enter your PIN. And that's it! Your eCash app is now in Spanish, and you can continue to enjoy your eCash digital wallet. Belize Bank's eCash app makes life easier.
I'm always on the go, and the country is my home. So when I want to get away from it all, I immerse myself with my favorite movies, all from the new SmartStream app. It's easy to use this service. Purchase your movies from the app and use your mobile data, SmartStream data packages, or smart broadband to stream and enjoy. Be like me and stream on the go with SmartStream.
Babe, have you seen the advisory that NEMA just posted? There's going to be a storm.
Storm? It's not a storm. That's just a little rain. We'll be all right.
Thank goodness that was only a simulation. But what if it wasn't? Consider this. You've worked hard building your future, your family, your business, your home. RFNG Insurance has policy options that can protect your most valued assets so that you can focus on what matters most. Include RFNG Insurance in your hurricane prep. Remember, it pays to get it right with RFNG Insurance, a Road Group company.
Wow.
Oh my God, she drunk. But no hurry, I got this. My goodness. Oh my gosh, it's the artist.
Being the hardest. The artist. But you had way more than 2 drinks tonight, love, which is a legal limit to drive. What about you? Can you drive?
Well, I was drinking soft drink all night, so I can drive her home. Thanks, Bree. Of course, Tricia, you know I got you. You're my girl.
That's what I like to see. Friends don't let friends drive drunk. Cause you can't replay in a real life. Stig says so. Can't replay in a real life.
Are you looking for low-cost television advertising? Have we got a deal for you? Advertise on Channel 5's Daily Classifieds. Channel 5's Daily Classifieds is one of the most effective methods for introducing yourself and your business to the community. Use our Daily Classifieds to recruit employees, promote specials, promote your products or services, promote a business opportunity, increase traffic to your website, and advertise items you have for sale. Let us help you to save valuable time and money. Call us today at 280-0013 or visit us at our offices on Coney Drive to discuss how we can help your business grow affordably. Channel 5 Daily Classifieds. Advertise today.
Hey, Dad.
Hi, Brian. Please stop running around the house.
Right now, Dad.
Damn it, Brian! I told you stop it! Can't you hear me? Are you deaf? Or you just being Time out. Your life is stressful, and it is easy to lose your patience. When you feel this is about to happen, take a time out. Harsh words are verbal violence and can be very harmful. They are not forgotten. Offering alternatives and communicating with your child is the best way to build real respect. I'm sorry, Brian. That just had a rough day at work. Can you do something quiet?
Do you want a job?
That's more like it.
The CONCACAF Nations League 2022 is ready to kick off. On Thursday, June 2nd at 4 p.m., your Belize Jaguars will host the Dominican Republic at the FFB Stadium in Belmopan. And after going on the road to play Guatemala on June 5th, they will be back on home turf on Thursday, June 9th as they take on the French Guyana national team at the FFB Stadium at 4 p.m. Catch all the action live from Belmopan on Channel 5 and on our News 5 Facebook page, June 2nd and June 9th, starting at 4 p.m. Let's support and cheer for our national team, the Belize Jaguars, as they get the ball rolling for this year's CONCACAF Nations League Tournament.
The Made in Belize Expo
Yes.
BCCI. And on the couch with us, we have Ms. Yorshabel Katus, who is the Manager of Members Relations of BCCI. And one of the vendors that will be at the Made in Belize Expo, Glennis Ramos, owner of Adonai Foods. And joining us via Zoom, we have two lovely jewelry making owners. We have Aisha Garel from Zest Handcrafted and Kadisha Asales from Kaj Expressions. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Morning. Morning, everybody. My goodness, look at you guys. Everybody just looks
Can I just say?
Yes, you could say.
4 powerful women 3 powerful entrepreneurs.
There
and
we
I am
go.
here for
There
it.
we go.
I am
Yes.
here for it.
You know,
Thank
yeah,
you,
that-
bravo.
she did made mention of these things, and this is what she loves, right?
Yeah.
And so that's the reason why, hey, we're going to have some fun. So once again, guys, welcome. And let's get into it. BCCI Made in Belize Expo. Yosh, talk to us about it. Made in Belize. What are we doing?
Well, we're down to it. It's tomorrow. We're so excited. I know we've been on the show before at the start. We're now at 102 participants and businesses. And so it's really large. It's going to be this weekend, that's tomorrow, in Belmopan City at the Governor General's Field. That's north of the Ring Road.
Okay.
GPS in your phone, if you're not sure.
Can't get lost.
You can't last up on a GG field.
All right then, better yet. And it's 10 to 6 p.m. and it's free entrance.
Okay.
So come out. All the businesses have been prepping for it. I mean, they have great discounts. They have new products to launch. It should be a very fun time for you and your family to come out.
Yeah?
Yes,
I could imagine.
I can. What has been the discussion amongst the vendors? Where are they going to be situated? How are they? It's going to be tents. How are they going to be situated on the field? Because I know GG is a very open area.
Yeah, so it's very large at field. So we had most of them are commercial booths. We do have an area for food and beverages. So the micro businesses are the ones who actually take up a majority of the spaces, about 80%.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was looking at the list, and that's why I have my book here, just in case, because a lot of them I don't know. So you have to come out. You'll be surprised as to what all the talent and skills that we have. And these businesses come from Corozal to South. So it's not only in Belmopan.
Okay. So let's get on to Glenys Ramos, who is the proprietor for Adonai Foods. Tell us about your business and how long you've been in business.
Well, we've been in business, we registered our business a little bit before the pandemic.
Okay.
With the expectations that we were going to start making these products. The pandemic hit us and we were a bit still trying to get there, but we are back up. We saw the opportunity to be in the Made of Belize Expo, and I told my mom, Mom, we should do it.
Yeah.
We should do it. And like, it's definitely a good exposure, bringing out, exhibiting our product at a district outside of Belize District, because we're actually based in Belize City.
Yeah.
So I said, let's go to Belmopan, and we're going to be there at booth number 75. That's going to be our booth. And then our products would be the pickled sauce. We have, Belizeans call it onion sauce.
Yeah.
We used our name and we put encurtido for which is a specialty jar. That one is a classic onion sauce with the carrots, onion, habanero.
Yeah.
And we also have broccoli and cauliflower in them. We have the traditional onion sauce as well for Belizeans. We're just like onion and carrots and habanero.
Yeah. I watch the green one day.
Yes, salsa verde. Yes.
Tell us about more about your products. Is it just peppers?
Well, at the moment, we chose the name Adonai Foods because this is one of the products of my mom's dreams product, right? But we do intend to expand more and do more food products. Okay. But as the years go by, this is actually a product that was born. The dream of this business was born a little bit before me. I'm 22 years old for that information. So I remember seeing my mom, product by product, she would sell it. Actually, it started off with her selling it in like bags.
Okay.
Almost. I remember in primary school, she sold it to one of my teachers. And it was a very vivid memory because it happened to be that the teacher left it on his chair. He sat on the chair and it was one of these beat ones. No. It was, oh my gosh.
He was not having a good school day.
He sit down on the pepper.
He sit down on the pepper.
On the red one.
On the red one. And it was a memory that I was like, oh my God, so embarrassed a bit. And I also remember my mom, we started off small, right? We started with the bags and we did glass bottles of coffee.
Yeah.
We started doing that. And then until we started registering, we said, okay, let's try to make our product better. We got some packaging. We researched how to get packaging. We started doing labels and making a presentable one because we wanted to be very nice presentation on a table and then also hopefully bring it out to more supermarkets And
So all right, so you registered, and can I find your products apart from just logging into Adonai?
Yes, actually, we are going to start working with Carnivore Belize.
Okay.
They are on Eve Street, so we are soon going to be offering our products in their shelves, and which is something that we're excited for.
So cool.
Adonai
Excited,
Foods
yeah.
will be at the
I'm excited.
Belize, Made in Belize Expo. But of course, we have two other lovely entrepreneurs on Zoom, Aisha and Khadijah. Let's start with Aisha. Tell us about what we can find at your booth tomorrow at the Made in Belize Expo.
Hi, good morning. So my business is Zest Handcrafted, and I mainly do resin earrings. I have tons of different selections here. I'll have a lot of mix and match sale options. I'll have some mix and match 2 for $30, 2 for $40, and 2 for $50. So it'll be really fun to go in and, you know, select 2, maybe bring your bestie, and you guys can go halfsies.
Bestie and halfsies.
I like it.
I like it.
We also have our like signature stud packs. So we'll have them in different shapes and colors, and lots of stuff for summer. We'll have the dolphins, mini monsteras, and all of them are going to be on sale. Usually they're $36, they're going to be $30, and then we're going to be having some new lines, some new styles just for summer. So that's going to be really fun.
So tell us what it means for Zest to be in this Made in Belize Expo.
So it's our first time at the Made in Belize Expo, and we're really excited. I think it's going to be our biggest pop-up ever. Since it's a big trade show, and I'm just super excited to meet all the vendors. I'm sure we're going to meet new people. That's a big part of it to me, to have a sense of community within the small business group. Competition is nice, but also we have a really good sense of community within the group itself, and you know, it's really good exposure. So we're hoping that a lot of people show up, come out and meet us. It's not just about buying, it's also about making contact and networking as well. So it's going to be really exciting to see who all come out, and vendors who are there as well.
All right, so we're looking forward to that as well. And then we also have Khadijah and Kaj Expressions. Kaj, we've been hearing about you for years now. You've been in this business for a while. Tell us about the business and what is bringing you to the Made in Belize Expo.
Good morning. Good morning. I hope everyone's doing well. It's super awesome to be here. So we are Kaj Expressions, and we specialize in 14-karat gold-filled jewelry. We incorporate our gold filled with different gemstones, lionfish. One of the main things we make is name chains. That's what we're mainly popular for. But as I always say, there's so much more to us than that. We've been preparing for this show for several months, and we're so excited, not just for us to be there interacting with our customers, which I personally really love, but it's just so exciting to see so many new businesses emerging. And a part of being at the Made in Belize Expo that I enjoy most is going to the different booths and just seeing and supporting all these new businesses.
Wow. And what are you looking forward to the most, Kaj? I mean, a lot of people look forward to your business as well. And like you mentioned, you love interacting with the people. What are you looking forward to the most when you go to this one tomorrow?
That's exactly what I'm looking forward to. Like, there is nothing more special to me than meeting our customers in person. Usually we are interacting with people online, and it's so much different when I get to meet our customers in person, you know, connect with them. A lot of these people I feel like I know and I haven't even met. So meeting them in person makes all the difference. We are also launching our Pearl collection. June is the birthstone for June is Pearl, and we've been working on an extensive June Pearl collection, and we'll be launching it at the Made in Belize Expo.
Love it. Yorshabel, talk to us about what makes Made in Belize Expo special and different from other pop-up shops and other business fairs.
So most definitely, this one is very unique. There's no other in the country right now at its capacity that we have, over 100 businesses. And when you step in, it's only locally made products and services. So it's not only products, but you also have the
services
services.
as well.
So like we have the banks, the insurance, the real estate,
Yeah.
the book publishers, and you won't find this at no other, it's not here in Belize. You do have the pop-up shops, but it's a smaller scale.
Yeah.
And when you come to the Chambers Expo, it's quite different. We do it collectively. We have partners, Channel 5 and all our other media sponsors. They actually promote you, they push for you. So it's a different feeling participating at this one. I wanted to mention that when you come to the Made in Belize, you get the opportunity to also win a prize. There are 25 different gate prizes, and so throughout the day that will be raffled. And then we also have an opening ceremony, 11 o'clock in the morning, and we have Khadija, a special guest, so come and hear about how she has been successful with all the challenges down the road. And we have also the mayor of Belmopan doing the welcome.
All right, this is good. Any more booths available, or party done, pinata
Party
boss?
No. We have one or two. We actually try not to turn back people.
Yeah. Okay.
Sometimes we call at certain events and we're booked, we're closed,
Oh,
no
wow.
space. But we
But
always
this time
try.
you've got some.
Yeah.
So what can one do to be a part of this?
So just WhatsApp us, 614-3138, or email us, bcc@belize.org, and we can send you the map, give you the details, booths as low as $50. You just have to bring your tent and everything set up. And also, if you want to find out what's happening for visitors who want to show up and find out who's going to be there, you can go on our social media pages, Instagram, Facebook. The map is up there, the gate prices are up there. Also, we have the Chamber app, Belize Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Download that from your app store, whichever device you have, and you will go to Made in Belize, and it will actually, you just click the business and it will direct you automatically to the location when you're on the ground. So it's in partnership with TBSL, Total Business Solutions.
And entrance fee?
Free.
None.
Free. So you could bring everybody. You could come and check it out in the morning, see what you need, go get your cash, your money, come back,
buy lunch.
Yeah.
And then go back and shop
And then go back and shop some more.
Bring the whole crowd.
All right. So one of the things, like especially for with young business such as that of Adonai, is to get advice from people like Kaj, who's been in this business for a while. Now, you've been in it for a while, Khadija. What would be your advice to young business out there, young entrepreneurs who got the idea, might not be willing to because of the fears of maybe failure? What would you say to these folks?
I would say to get started, let go of, it's difficult to let go of the fear. Fear is normal. I would say feel the fear, but do it anyway. I am so proud to see all of these new businesses. I know how difficult it is to put yourself out there. So to just make that step is a lot. So I would say just do it. Do it.
All right, here we go.
All right. Well, thank you, ladies, so much for coming out. So June 4th, 10 to 6, and all Belizean small businesses, cooperatives, financial institutions will be at the Made in Belize.
So far, over 102.
Over 102.
Over 100 businesses will be there, all made right here in Belize. This is a great time for you. Somebody who, you're into entrepreneurship, this is a great time to get an idea of how to stay afloat in business, how to market your business so that you could stay afloat as well. And for businesses who will be out there, this is a great time for Belizeans to go at one spot to support their Belizean businesses.
Yeah. Support your Belizeans.
Actually, that's our team. Buy in Belize, build Belize, and support your local homegrown.
All right.
Can't
so
say
now,
better than that.
yeah, now we know. So Belmopan, we're going to tomorrow. It's going to be from what time to what time again?
10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Opening ceremony starts at 11.
Yep. Opening ceremony starts at 11. It's going to be a great time. You don't want to miss out on it. Ladies, once again, thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you, ladies.
All right. So we're going to take the break, and when we come back, we've got some more when it comes to info to share with you. U16 national basketball team. You like basketball? Yeah, stick around. Stick around because we'll be chit-chatting with that team when we come back. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
life just got a lot less complicated with Belize Bank Contactless MasterCard Debit Card. Introducing our Standard Debit and MasterCard Platinum Debit Cards. Now you can make purchases anywhere MasterCard is accepted with one tap, pay and go. Your contactless card never has to leave your hands, especially in these times. And your card is embedded with multiple layers of security. Platinum card holders get to enjoy extra benefits like price protection, purchase protection, trip inconvenience, and luggage protection, just to name a few. Start enjoying a cashless lifestyle today with the Belize Bank.
Benefit are we, the people, supposed to pay?
The funding you pay now, but when you get old, you got funding for college, for your future.
If you miss some days from work, they should have compensated for that.
As an artist, I'm not really sure because I work for myself.
What is Social Security? Social Security is not a tax. Social Security is a very small investment in you, the worker. It's an investment that you can count on now or in the future. It is designed to replace part of your income from wages when you get sick, get injured on the job, have a baby on the way, become disabled, or even when you pass away. And even then, the widow and your kids, if under 16 years or under 21 years and in school, obtain survivor's pension. And after a lifetime of working, you can rest assured you will have a monthly retirement income. Social Security, safeguarding you, your family, your future.
Download the SmartStream app on the Android Play Store and create your account to get access to movies and stream at home or on the go. Prepaid customers can purchase regular data packages or get a discounted rate on a special SmartStream package by dialing 7737. Postpaid customers will be billed monthly. Never miss a movie again with SmartStream.
Brianna, what do you want to be when you grow up?
Mommy, when I grow up, I want to be a doctor.
That's great, honey. You have to study hard then and get good grades.
Yes, Mommy, I will. Mommy, why do the neighbors have to play the music so loud?
Every day, people are affected by noise. Noise, like loud music, is not a concern for those making the noise because they are not the ones being affected. It is usually the vulnerable that is impacted the most by noise pollution, such as the sick, the elderly, and the young. That is why the Department of the Environment is asking you to be considerate of your neighbors. Be mindful that your actions can have lasting effects, and know that noise pollution is an offense under the pollution regulation.
We're back. Just like that, we are back, and we're moving now into our fourth and final segment for the morning. This one is all about this one is all about the U16 national basketball team. We've got folks in to tell us all about it. We got basketball people in our breads. I'll tell you, we've got none other than Jacob Leslie, who's the new president of the Belize Basketball Federation, and Darwin Leslie, associate head coach, U16 national team. You got a lot of things behind you.
Just keep piling up.
I know. So welcome, guys. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
So big things happening. U16 national basketball team. We saw what happened yesterday with football. Now we're into basketball. U16, which of course, these guys are the ones you want to mold into, or they should already have some sort of skill because U16 serious. Let's talk about it, Mr. President. Let's talk about how things are with the U16.
Well, what we're doing actually is we're developing a national team program, a youth national team program. It encompasses different age groups.
Yeah.
So when you compete in the region, there's U15, U16, U17, U19.
Yeah.
And so what we want to do is to create a pool for each age group that we can select these national teams from.
Yeah.
What we did over this past weekend is we did regional tryouts.
Oh, yes, we heard about it.
So we wanted to see and view all the talent across the country. We didn't want to go by who we knew.
Yeah.
We wanted to give everybody an opportunity to showcase what they have and to see maybe the hidden gems that we are not aware of.
Yeah.
And so we did tryouts in Belmopan, where we tried to get everybody from that western region to come.
Yeah.
We went to Dangriga, the southern region. We did Belize City, so we got the district and the Keys. And then we also went to Orange Rock. We want to get the north.
Yeah.
Right? So we saw over 100 kids over this past weekend, specifically for the age group of U16. So it's 16 and younger.
Okay.
And that is, we chose that age group to start with, solely because we have a competition coming up at the end of July, early August, where it's a qualifying games for the U17 World Cup qualifiers.
Going to be played where?
In Nicaragua. Right? So we want to do this exercise for all age groups, U15, U16, U17, and U19, but we chose this particular age group because there's a competition for them coming up at the end of July.
You did that across the country, within one day, right?
With 2 days.
2 days. So you had your teams and whatnot. What are the learnings so far?
I mean, what we saw was that we have a lot of young people interested in basketball. They're excited, they're passionate, but we have a lack of skill training being done across the country. And we knew this already, but it was exemplified throughout this weekend. And so a part of the program also, because we have a holistic program in place where we're getting support from FIBA to do a national training program for coaches.
Sweet.
So we want to get all our coaches through all the municipalities. We have 62 coaches signed up so far. We want to get all of them trained, licensed, and certified. So when we're rolling out these national programs, we have individuals in each district that can mold these youths and develop them, because we have a lot of hidden talents, but it's very raw.
Raw. So let's get to the coach then. We will talk about this raw talent. Fundamentals of basketball. A lot of people watch basketball, but they don't know exactly how to, when to. As a coach, how do you instill this in your youths?
Well, the first thing is the right attitude.
Yeah.
If you come with the right attitude, then that's where it all open up to everything.
My young man, just to watch you right now, and you made mention of the right attitude. What is the right attitude?
The right attitude is listening, looking at the coach in his eyes. Don't do anything negative per se. You know what I mean? Don't be a distraction. Don't come and try to steal any stuff. And just be willing to learn, and also willing to push yourself maybe to a limit physically that you have not gone. So if you come with those basic stuff, you should be fine. And if you notice, I didn't say anything with a skill set as yet.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what Mr. President was talking about. There's a lack of skill set. So what is it that you're seeing in terms of techniques, and how do you think that you can help them best improve those?
Well, it's implementing a system and do it repetitively. When I look at the players, you see that they can do certain stuff, but they are not known what they are doing. And that's where a coach can come in and say, okay, you are doing this right, but you're also doing this not right. And if you put this energy or this particular skill into it more, you can do it this kind of way. So what we have seen is at least having a skill that they don't know, but that can be very good with a knowledge of a coach. And like it come back what the president says, we really want to get the coaches better so we can get these players better. And it comes back to our head coach, because I'm the associate assistant coach. The head coach is Coach Bernitar.
Okay.
And when we talk about skill development, I am very good, but we have to acknowledge the fact that we have someone here that has been doing that in America for over 15 years in high school.
Yeah.
So So in terms of what we've seen, together with Stephen Mercer Williams, who's also our assistant coach, you know, and we have volunteer coach like Kirk Shabba-Smith, who is a legend here.
Yeah, we know Kirk.
You know,
right?
and we have Bern Velasquez, who is also a good skill developmental coach.
Wow.
And we have a guy from the Ahmadiyya also who played professional in Canada. So we have a wide range of coaching staff to work especially on those things to get the players better so they can be better for our national team.
Your learnings from over last weekend?
My learnings is, like Jacob said, the coaches. That's what surprised me. We went to Dangriga, and the amount of coaches that came from PG, Dangriga, Hopkins. We went to Belmopan. The coaches were also there, and the players have gotten better in terms of work has been going on with different clubs and different communities. So they have gotten better, but what we want to do and what we need to do now is to get them to this level where they can not only compete in Central America, but a lot of these kids are good enough to get a break in America or to be a professional player. So that is the system and the skill training that we want to put in to get these players where their mind is already is, because they watch the NBA, they want to be professional players, but are you willing to do the work and let your skill get better? So that's what we're here for, and that's what's happening at these workouts. And the excitement of the kids is receptive. They want to get better.
Sweet, I like that. Now, we know that the competition is coming up. What, next month, you mentioned?
End of July.
End of July, but you guys went out there and you met over 100 children. So how do you cut this down to, how do you cut this now to a team where, you know, we'll be representing this country end of July? How do we do this?
Well, it's already been cut. So this weekend we start the advanced stages of tryouts. So we've cut that down to 25 to 29. We're at 29. And all these youths now will be invited to Belize Civic Center tomorrow for advanced tryouts. But we want to keep this pool together. So what this is our U16 national pool.
Sweet.
So this pool will be kept together throughout the year. We will pick 12 players out of this pool to represent us for the tournament. But when they come back, this pool will be brought back together. So we want to keep the energies and the competitive drives going. So not because you're selected for this,
you know, can I lose a spot?
means
You have to work.
somebody won't be outworking you and taking your spot for the next tournament. So we want to make sure we continue to develop in these youths. We have identified who are top tier players. We want to make sure that we give them all the resources that they need to represent us well, but not only when competition time, throughout the year. So what we'll do is we'll meet with this group once or twice a month, and when they leave our program, they go back to their regional coaches with a specific training program for each youth that they should be working on with their coaches in their region, so that when they come back, we expect to see improvements. The ones who don't do it will be outworked and be replaced. Right? But a major part that I want to bring up, a part of this youth program, is education. So you can't be a part of a youth national program unless you're in school, and you can't be a part of it unless you maintain a certain GPA.
I love that.
Because basketball is a tool, and we must teach it. We're teaching the game, we're teaching the discipline, but we're understanding it as a tool to change your life. And we can create a lot of opportunities for these young people if they are educated in as interested in basketball as they are in school. Because any program you go outside of Belize, you have to have a certain GPA to qualify to get these scholarships.
I forgot at college, you have to do this, you have to do that before you get to the big leagues.
So we're not focusing only on the basketball or the game, but we want these young people to know that we're interested in you. We're interested in developing you as a person and as a basketball player, and we have to make sure that our program encompasses that.
Great vision. That much I could tell you. Expectation of Belizeans with respect to this sport. I mean, you know, a lot of the times you tend for some more bashing rather than support. When in reality, we really, you know, you go out there and you do good things, then they, oh yes, yes. Then you go out there and you do bad things, but then they, oh man, see, I'm going to tell you and stuff like that. What do we expect from Belizeans with respect to, you know, these national teams?
I can tell you, for this particular age group, I'm excited. I think we're going out there in July, and I'm expecting to medal. If we don't medal, I'll be surprised. I think we have always been very good at youth national programs. If you look at our history in youth tournaments, we have always dominated. We tend to fall off when you go to senior, and we wonder why. And the reason that, at least from my analysis, it's just mine.
That's yours,
is that the youths are raw and they are good at that age. when they hit 18, 19, there's no programs for them. So then they walk away from basketball. They don't take it as serious because when you're a youth, I mean, I think when me and my brother was younger, we thought we could go to the NBA.
Yeah.
Right? So we worked towards that. And when you're 18, 19, you realize, that's maybe a far-fetched dream.
Yeah.
I might have to invest.
Support is
right.
gone.
And there's no real, you will get no gain from basketball playing in Belize.
Yeah.
And you get discouraged and you sort of do it as a hobby.
Yeah.
While other countries are doing it as a discipline and as a profession. So we have to create the opportunities for these young people to keep them engaged throughout. So these young people who are part of our junior national team program, we should keep them engaged throughout our senior national team program.
Yeah.
There's no reason why we dominate 16, 15, 14, and then lose at senior.
18, 19, you can't, yeah.
So I think it's a holistic plan. I think realistically what the country should expect from this is a medal. And I think we don't go out there to participate. We don't want participation.
We go out there to compete.
We go out there to compete, and this group of players are talented enough to go out there and compete at a high level.
My goodness.
I love it.
Coach, your squad seems solid like a rock.
Well, from my point of view, like my mind always focus on the work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So my mind is more on that long-term journey, because I love the work and I'm excited about the work that is ahead of us because it's very bright.
Excellent. Now, we're winding down with time and stuff like that, but this weekend, you've got your practice session, the 29th, will be at the Civic Center.
Right.
I mean, one or two people might want to say, who are our players? I could go watch and work out.
That's fine. It's an open workout, right? Open for the public, not open for the players. So the players are already selected, so those are the ones who will be participating in the challenge. If fans want to come out, friends, family want to come out and see for themselves, they're all welcome. We just ask that you conduct yourself in a manner where you're not being a distraction. Right? So don't be yelling at the kids. Don't be discouraging the kids. It's a process we're going through of selection, and we want support.
Yeah.
If you're going to come and be negative, you're going to be asked to leave.
Yeah.
Because they are young people and we're giving them support, and there will be some raw things there that we intend to develop. So it's open. It'll be at Civic Center from 1 to 4. Everybody is free to come by. However, as I said, we want to make sure that they're coming out to support and encourage these young people.
And finally, with respect to, because you're going out there to play, you must have some league trial games before. I mean, do we see any such thing?
And we also have, I must mention, we also have 3 players, local players who are now playing in the US who will be coming in for this competition as well. And so we're excited to amalgamate them. I know you watched the gold medal CARICOM games in 2008, and you knew who Raja Fabala is.
I know Raja Fabala, yes,
his son is a prodigy.
He made it too.
Right, so his son is a prodigy. He's coming in. And we have a guy, Douglas Langford from Dangriga. His son is out in California playing basketball right now, 15 years old. He's coming in, 6'6", 6'10" wingspan. We have Paul Flowers has a son, Mishak Flowers, who is coming in as well. So along with what we have here, we also have people from the diaspora who will be coming in to lend support and represent their country as well. And so it's like I said, it's an exciting time for us in basketball. We haven't been participating in basketball at any level, national team-wise, for some years, and we need to re-engage this sport. We need to re-engage this region and let them know that we're here.
Together we can do that. Puppy, your final words are yours, my brother.
My final words is to reiterate what my brother and also the president said. We see a huge area where, and also me went through this in school, I just wanted to be an average student and get out of high school. But, that's not the way, I would encourage all athletes to really pay attention to, don't be an average student, just like how you want to excel on the court when you're around Darwin Leslie, my advice is to also excel in the class, because I could have also excelled in the class, so pay very attention to that, Excel also in the classroom, and then that will give you a green light instead of an orange light where you might slow down.
That's right. Jacob and Darwin, we never know one another better.
I never know either. But then I sit down and I'm like,
But thank you guys for joining us, man. We're excited. Basketball is back. You've got a strong team. The U16 national team practices tomorrow at the Belize Civic Center. And it would be a great thing for them to do these practice sessions with fans, because when they go out to play, it's not a scare tactic anymore. They're used to seeing people. Thank you guys for being with us.
Thank you for having us.
All right. So we're going to take our final break of the morning. When we come back, we'll be telling you what's hot for the weekend.
Right.
You ready for that?
A lot of things that happen this weekend.
I know. You ready for it?
I hope you're ready for it.
I am ready. We'll do that when we come back. Stay with us.
Today, Belize joins other UN countries around the world in celebrating World Environment Day. World Environment Day 2022 marks the 50th anniversary since the UN General Assembly officially designated June 5th as the International Day of the Environment. Serving as a platform for inspiring positive change, World Environment Day engages governments, businesses, civil society, schools, cities, and communities to promote global awareness and celebrate cohesive environmental action. This year's World Environment Day theme, Only One Earth, calls for transformative changes to policies and choices to enable cleaner, greener, and sustainable living in harmony with nature. It is in this regard that we invite everyone to celebrate our Earth through collective actions in addressing one or more aspects of the triple planetary emergency. The climate is heating up faster than people and nature can adapt. Habitat loss and pressures mean an estimated 1 million species are threatened with extinction, and pollution continues to poison our air, land, and water. The Department of the Environment, under the Ministry of Sustainable Development, Climate Change, and Disaster Risk Management, and its key partners have been implementing the National Environmental Policy and Strategy, which identifies national issues that are important for us to address collectively for a more sustainable Belize. We continue our restorative efforts of the New River with active involvement from local communities, NGOs, CBOs, and industry, making every effort to re-establish the ecosystem's very important equilibrium. The ministry is also actively engaged in reducing marine pollution from plastics, as well as is moving steadfast in phasing out single-use plastics. We are also enforcing new and more robust forest policies, protecting our biodiversity and ecosystem functions. The newly implemented Solid Waste Project 2, for example, continues to further reduce greenhouse emission from waste disposal facilities, and there are now plans to introduce cleaner technology in the transportation sector to reduce emissions in major municipalities throughout our nation. Belize, climate change continues to affect our beautiful jewel. Biodiversity loss may continue to degrade fragile ecosystems if we do not continue to take action to protect them. World Environment Day 2022 calls for transformative change, making sustainable living the default option, as this beautiful planet we call home cannot sustain the stresses and impacts we place upon it. It is more evident now than ever. We must all be held accountable for our actions. Let us all work together to achieve one unified mission, a world in which we can live at peace with nature. Let us instill positive change by ensuring this unique and beautiful planet remains our home. And let us always remember that the gifts and blessings which nature endows upon us are priceless. Happy Environment Day, Belize, from the Ministry of Sustainable Development, Climate Change, and Disaster Risk Management.
Wake up! Wake up! Now which cheese you think you may eat all the while? Gallo cheese with the blue rooster on the label is the traditional and the real deal. The original Dutch, redback or hard cheese in a Belize. Be aware! Check your label and make sure it is in English and for the Belize market. Gallo cheese with the blue rooster. The real deal. Santiago Castillo Limited, supporting and building our Belizean community for 95 years and counting.
Gaia Edam Dutch cheese, aged and tropicalized, the best formula for the Belize market, exclusively distributed by Santiago Castillo Limited.
Welcome back. Welcome back. And we're in wrap-up mode.
We're done just like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, it was a great time. Though we had a great time. I could tell you that. Love being here on Fridays. Love being here on Wednesdays. I like there every day. You know,
like
and
there all the
with
time.
my 5 team,
Yeah.
we're good. But in wrapping up, I'll tell you what. We're in the weekend. We spoke to the chief meteorologist, and he told us that the weekend is supposed to be some great weather.
Isolated
and so
showers.
therefore, for everybody who is planning an event this weekend, it seems like it's going to pan out a great way.
And
all right?
speaking of events,
Mhm.
there are going to be so many events this weekend in Belize. So
Starting today.
Starting today. So it doesn't matter where you are in the country, it seems like there'll be some hype happening. So from today, you have World Environment Day Fair that is going to be in my home city, Belmopan, at the Civic Center parking lot. So
Yep.
if you're out at school and I got nothing to do, go learn a little thing or two for World Environmental
And it's
Day.
always a great time to learn something about the environment. Why? Because it impacts all of us. And
Yes.
so why not learn what you live on, your environment, and
Yeah.
where you live in. And tomorrow it's going to be all about the walk for the environment in Orange Walk and also in Belmopan. And and also in Belmopan there is a Made of Belize Expo. So walk for the environment in Orange Walk, Made of Belize Expo in Belmopan. 2 great events.
And of course, you also have the Cancer Walk that is going to be happening here in Belize City. But also, if you're not in Belize City and you can't really make the Cancer Walk early in the morning, you could head on over to the Belize Zoo for the Sharon Matola Day. That is free of charge to enter. And of
Yep.
course, if you want, we had the folks here from Belize Zoo. They mentioned that if you want to come and bring a little donation, one fresh fruit, one fresh veggie, one fresh egg, they will 100% take that, and
Yeah.
that goes to feeding their animals.
Yeah, there we go. So there's so much to do this weekend. You could look around. Social media will tell you what all you are able to do. But primarily, make sure that we continue to adhere to the social distancing and all these rules from the Ministry of Health and Wellness with respect to this pandemic, as it is still lurking around.
Right, and we gotta go. But before we go, John wants to sing birthday. Yes, John is saying happy birthday. So we have 2 birthday shout outs for today. And our first birthday shout out goes to none other than Una
Welch. Una Welch, happy birthday to you. Yeah, I love it. I love it. That's a great look.
Yes.
Happy birthday to you, Una. We hope that your day is going to be a very, very special one. And make sure that you get all the cake you want, Una.
I think
All right.
everybody deserves cake for their birthday.
And the next birthday shout out goes to none other than
Sir Colville Young III.
Whoa.
Good.
Happy birthday to you,
happy
my
birthday
brother.
to you.
Yes, there you go. Great shirt. I like the colors. Yeah.
I know he not sir, but I say Sir Colville Young the third. Then they tell me right there back there I shouldn't have said it, sir, but it's like
It just come natural,
It just come
it's come
natural.
natural.
You can't say
Yeah.
Colville Young without this as sir. But
Colville
happy
Young the
birthday,
third.
Colville Young.
Happy birthday
the
to you.
third. Happy birthday to you.
And you're also able to send us your birthday greeting. You could always link up to our social media, and of course you could send that to our to our email address at that's oie@channel5belize.com. It's right there on the screen. oie@channel5belize.com. That's if you've got a birthday shout out or if you've got a question or a concern, you could reach us there.
And of course, you can always hit us up on social medias, on Facebook at Open Your Eyes BZ, or on Instagram at OYE Belize.
And you could join us again on Monday when you open your eyes.
And you start your morning, right?
As per usual, you keep your eyes, your mind.
And your hearts.
We're going to see you soon. Make sure that you enjoy your weekend. Remember, adhere to these rules and try to keep your family as safe as possible. We'll see you again on Monday. Enjoy the weekend.
Open Your Eyes was brought to you by the Belize Bank. Our country, your bank.